you that actually submitted your website URL below in the comments. We are going to jump in just a second. I just want to kind of set the tone for what we're going to be looking for on these websites. So as we're going through, I'm going to be picking apart basically the same things over and over and over again because they are what we know we need on our websites now so that we can convert. All right. So a couple things. You need to highlight the experience of working with you and what that's like on your homepage. All right. One of the biggest things or biggest mistakes that most photographers make is that they have a huge picture at the top of their homepage and there's actually no information there until you scroll down. All right. And one of the problems with that is that people, when they visit your website, they only stay for 1 second before they leave unless they see something that grabs their attention, like a call to action button or something of that sort. And in addition to that, when they come to your site, 75% of people never scroll down, okay? So that top part of the homepage is something that we really need to be able to use to position people to get the exact information that they've come to our site for, all right? And there's two reasons why people come to your website nowadays, all right? 10 years ago, it used to be a very different reason. Before social media, people had to come to your website to actually see your work. Now that's no longer the case. Most people are going to find you on social media or hear from your past clients. And they're going to come to your site not to see more images, but for these reasons. All right. So reason number one is, what is the experience of working with you going to be like? And why is it different than the thousands of other options that we have? And then the second thing is, how much is this going to cost me? So for all of you that are hiding your pricing and making people contact you in order to get it, you're losing 65% of your business. All right. People want quick answers these days. So those are the main things that we're looking for. Some other things that are great to have are live chats, so that when people come to your website, they can immediately start talking with you. And as we start diving into these website critiques, you're going to see what I'm looking for as we scroll down that whole homepage. All right. And I'm also looking for, do you have things in your blog that are informational, not just the last wedding that you photographed? Because those are great. Those are valuable as long as you're doing it correctly with SEO. But if you're not, then you really need to be able to use informational type blog posts that can help educate your potential client. All right. So let's jump in. Let me bring up the first site here. All right. Let me do this though. Okay. So I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it because my picture's blocking. But there's two live chats that are appearing. Let me just see something here. All right, well, in the bottom right-hand corner, I know you guys can't see it, but there's actually two different pop-ups for live chats. One looks like it's from Drift, and the other one looks like it's from Messenger. So, Aaron, for this site, you need to take one of those off. It looks like you have the Facebook Messenger on there as well as Drift. I would probably just stick with the Facebook Messenger one because those are going to become subscribers, and you'll be able to chat with them afterwards, okay? So take one of those off because right now it's probably confusing people. The other thing I noticed is that, so at the top of your homepage here, you do have something that tells them to scroll down, which is good, but the site is very choppy. So as I'm scrolling, you can see the gaps that become in between all the different pictures and everything, sometimes even covering text up. So I would definitely, contact your website host, see if you can get this to be a lot less choppy. Because it's probably making people not trust what's happening here. Like even this form here kind of starts to go away. But there's lots of room in between everything as you're scrolling, and that causes people to doubt. All right, that's number one thing. Number two is I see down here you have what is the journey? So it's learn about us, see what we offer, explore the pretty pics, and let's get the party started. But this isn't actually the process. Right? It's not learn about us, see what we offer. It's everything starts with a phone call, right? Or an email. And so I would, instead of having these things, or these four things spaced out across here that doesn't necessarily give you the actual info, I'd have a picture right here with you on the phone with a big smile on your face. And then next to it, what is covered on that initial phone consult. Then it's planning for your engagement session. And then over here, it's what you're going to be covering on that. Then it's the actual engagement session. Maybe it's a video of you for that part, showing you working with your couple, having fun, laughing, all that kind of stuff, so that they actually know what to expect from the session. Then if you bring them in for a reveal afterwards, you should have a video right here of that actual reveal. And then you repeat the same process for the wedding. So, weddings, then planning your wedding or planning for the big day, whatever, right? And then the actual wedding, a little bit further down, that should also be a video showing you working with clients, having a good time, laughing, posing them, doing all that. Giving them a glimpse of what it is actually like to work with you is what this homepage is designed for, okay? Now, the one thing I will say is that this site is very, very busy. There are so many things that are pulling my eye and attention from all over the place. You're going to put people on content overwhelm with this site because there's so much happening. Normally, you just want them to get one or two things done from this site, especially the homepage. And you have buttons all over the place. So I would simplify it for sure. All right. A few of our favorite things, like these are nice things, but like you may want to put these in a blog post or something because they're not really relevant to get someone to convert right now. All right, what's different? So you tell them what makes you different. It's probably better to have a video of other people that you've worked with saying why you're amazing. All right, love that you have this freebie thing here. This is great. You guys, all of your websites should have some type of opt-in where they give you their email address in order to get something that's of value to them. That way, when they submit that button, it should go into your email system so that you can automatically start sending them emails, onboarding stuff, nurturing type stuff, client testimonials, blog posts that are informational. All that kind of stuff is really, really valuable. All right. You got check out the blog, some of your awards. And then this is a good call to action here. All right. Yeah. So what I would do is focus on the fact that the site is very choppy and that there's a overwhelm of content. Get to the point. I would make this section into a much more, I would have this section take up much more of this website and really break down what it's like to work with you, because that is the defining factor. Our images lead people down the road to buying us. All right. If you guys have questions as I'm going through all this stuff, please ask them in the comments and I will try to make sure that I can get to them. All right. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one. We'll make sure you guys can see this. You guys should be seeing the Celebrity Dog pet photography website. Just let me know in the chat if in the comments if you can see that. All right, so I don't know if I talked with this person or not, but they literally read my mind when it comes to how you should set up your website for pets, okay? Branding is everything when it comes to pets, okay? And so there's a difference between people that do pet photography and then people that own a niche of pet photography. And that's what this person's doing here. So notice that when we get to the site, we see a big picture of a dog, which I normally wouldn't say, hey, let's have this whole page take up the picture of a dog. But remember, crazy dog people are different than dog people, right? Crazy dog people are the kind of people that you want to be going after when you do pet portraits because they're going to pay more for those pet portraits than they do on their kids, right? But here's what she did. She made the brand all about the dog selling the product, right? So look what it says here. Thanks so much for bringing your human to our site, right? So it's all from the dog's perspective. And this is what I recommend that you do if you are a pet photographer, like hands down, it will work because it immediately engages those crazy dog people, right? As soon as that person comes to this site and they go, thanks so much for bringing your human to our site, they're already interested, right? And it's because you spoke directly to them, right? I love that. So love that you started doing that. Let's see. Okay, cool. So here are a few things about my mommy. Yes, love that, right? So now you're telling the entire story from the perspective of the dog, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. All right. Let's go down here. Pet stories coming soon. I know you're just working on this, so I'll give you some leeway on this, but this is great. Love these, crazy faces that the dogs make, kind of portraits. Those are great. So I think you're doing a good job there. We got some testimonials coming in. Got your investment. Love it. Love that you have the actual session fee right on the homepage. I think that's great. And then a call to action to get in touch, as well as your Instagram. I think you're doing a fantastic job with this. I would, as you're blogging, I would blog from the perspective of every dog, right? Continue down that path. I think this is really, really going to set you apart from all the other pet photographers. Let me see what the comments say here. Oh, I did recommend this to you. Okay, awesome. So I'm super excited that you took that recommendation, because this is different, right? This is totally going to draw somebody in that's a pet person. So I love that. Someone said crazy is reserved for cat people. Hey, I get it. All right, the crazy cat people are in a breed of their own, but there's also other levels of crazy for pets, right? All right, let's move on to the next one. Love that. All right, so we're on a boudoir site. Notice that there's a big pop-up on the screen here, and it says, want to know the best lingerie for your shoot, and they can click to get the guide. Love that you have that. Guys, you need to have calls to action all over the place, right? You need to, wherever they're going, you want to be able to get them to do the specific thing that you know they need to do in order to contact you, all right? So I think she's using sticky folios for this pop-up, but this is great because we can get them to click immediately as soon as they come to the site. All right, so let's exit this out. Let's look at the rest here. So we got a big picture, learn how to become a diamond. Love that there's a call to action button right here at the top of the screen. Love that you have the live chat going right here. That's amazing. One tip for the live chat. I'm not sure what software you're using here, but if the software allows you to put your picture here, like a little circle picture, and then I would have a more personal welcome message here. It says, are you interested in a session? We'll reply as soon as possible. I would have it be like, hey girl, right? Or whatever your personality is and how you normally talk to your clients, I would talk just like that right here. So maybe it's like, hey girl, let me know if you have any questions. Can't wait to connect with you, right? Or anything like that, right? Make it a little bit more you than other than like, are you interested in a session? It also looks like this chat may not be functional just because it's just a gray box and a white box. I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not, but because my picture's probably blocking it, but that's just one thing I would point out. All right. Love that you have that there. So then we're coming down. Hello. You're the #1 studio. Cool. Want to learn more, get the experience. All right. This is cool. Session prep, hair and makeup, the shoot, reveal and ordering. I would expand on these a little bit more. This is why they're here, right? Whenever I talk to you guys about purchasing one of my courses, if I was just like, hey guys, this is my Facebook ads course, go buy it. Most of you wouldn't buy it, right? But if I say, hey guys, here's the 7 things you're going to learn in this course, and here's how you're going to be able to apply them immediately to your business, right? Then it's different. And then here's the results from other people, right? We need to do the same thing with your websites. So session prep, I love that you are outlining these things with, some like kind of letting them know what's going to happen, but you need to go a little bit more in depth. So session prep, put some pictures here of the prep actually happening, the makeup being done, right? Or do a video for these different things, right? Especially the shoot. For every single person that's in boudoir, especially if you have a Facebook group, you should film a behind the scenes session. So a session actually happening, from the hair and makeup getting done to the shooting happening to the reveal happening. All of that should be in a video so people can fully immerse themselves in what it's like to work with you. Okay, love that. This could be you. All right, so we got some portfolio stuff there. What's this? Some testimonials, resources. Love this. Guys, if you don't have this for your niche, you need to, okay? If you're a wedding photographer, it's all about wedding planning, right? If it's boudoir, there's a million things that you can talk about, right? Lingerie guides, why you're good enough. You see these 3 here, 10 questions for your boudoir photographer, boudoir for self-care, the perfect gift for your groom, right? Whatever it is, these types of resources are great because they help people in their decision-making process. All right. And then we got something about Sam. One thing that I would recommend is if you're a woman that is a boudoir photographer, it is in your best interest to have a boudoir session done of yourself and then put those pictures on your homepage, as well as blog about what it was like for you to have your own session done. The reason I say that is because most women don't wake up in the morning and they're like, you know what? I feel like getting naked in front of a random stranger, right? And so there's a process that they have to go through subconsciously to get up enough courage and confidence and be brave enough to reach out to you for this type of shoot. And so if they see you being brave enough and bold enough and confident enough to have your own session done and you're putting it on the homepage of your website, that is going to be a way that they can instantly connect with you and have some trust with you. Okay? So I tell this to people all the time. The one thing that sells better than sex in this world is vulnerability. Okay? And so when you put yourself out there, you're going to attract more of the same. All right? We got you're a diamond. Okay, we got some Q&As like this. This is helpful for sure. And then get in touch and let's chat. Very cool. All right. I think you're doing a pretty good job. The only thing that I would say is that some of the fonts that you're using are older, and some of the newer fonts that are out are going to make this website look like it's more modern. That would be one thing that I would recommend to you. But other than that, I think you're on the right track. Expand on the experience of working with you. Did I see your session fee starting at price? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. I would absolutely put your starting price here, or at least your session fee price. All right. Cool. Next one. All right. So this is the whole website, it looks like. We can't scroll up or down. Looks like you're trying to use a splash page because you do shoot a lot of other things. What I would do if I was you is whatever brings in the most money should be your main website. And then you can have links to other, the other things that you shoot. But the first thing needs to be the first thing. So when people come to a website like this, they're going to immediately try to scroll and they're not going to be able to. And then they're going to go, whatever, I'm leaving. Okay. So there needs to be actual information on this page. Let me see if there's any place that I can go to actually get that info. Not sure what's up with the site, but I can't get anything to load. All right, we'll skip that one for now. All right, we're going on to Divine Divas. All right, so we got a huge video up here. Let's see, kind of showing off the experience a little bit. I love that. Just note, it doesn't look like you uploaded this video to your site properly because it's so pixelated. It could also be that I'm on a huge screen. I'm viewing it on a 27-inch monitor, but let's see if we zoom it down a little bit. Still pretty pixelated. So you may want to just look into re-uploading that video so that it looks a little bit higher quality. But I do love that you have that in there showing the actual sessions happening. I think that's amazing. Scroll for more, beautifully positioned button. Okay, a little bit of a testimonial. We're showing the work. Okay, Why? Okay, that works. Transform your confidence. That's such a cool studio, by the way. Okay, we got some before and afters. We got some video testimonials. Love it. All right, I love everything that you have going on here. The only thing that I see missing is this video. Although it's here behind this, top of the page, I would have it somewhere here so that we can actually watch it and hear it, because it looks like the video is pretty well done. And it looks like that could also give us a glimpse as to what it's like to work with you. So that's the only piece that I really see missing. And I would have that start like as soon as we scroll down. So, start your luxury boudoir experience and then have everything like I mentioned before, listed out. The phone call, preparing for the session, the reveal, showing off that whole thing. All right, and then do you have a blog? Let's see your blog real quick. All right, makeup tips, posing tips, confidence tips. All right, cool. It looks like you are blogging things that are informational. So I love that. This blog may be better off if there was actually pictures here. There may be, maybe it's just not loading, I'm not sure, but definitely wants to have some pictures on there. All right. All right, let's go on to the next one, Alyssa. All right, so same thing with this. This huge big picture at the top here is doing you no good. You need to have something up here, some type of call to action button. If you're going to use this huge big picture, I would at least put a button, like maybe right here, is your wedding experience. And as soon as they click it, it just makes them scroll down to what we actually want them to see, okay? And I would go into, again, all the different things of what it's like working with you. More video you can use, the better. Because it doesn't really look like you have a ton of information on here. So it's like Lake Tahoe, being a wedding photographer is a dream come true. So it's all about you. We really don't want to spend much time focusing on you on your homepage. We want to focus on what you do for people. All right, so then it's another about you section, some reviews, learn more about the booking process. So this shouldn't be a button to click. We should have already read it by the time we got here, okay? The homepage is the most visited page on your entire website, so you guys need to be utilizing it, all right? Most people don't have long attention spans these days. So it's in your best interest to position what needs to be clicked on up here before they ever have to scroll down, all right? This site is basically not giving any information as far as assisting in someone's decision-making process. So I think you have a lot of work to do. There's good work, but you have a lot of work to do as far as repositioning your website to actually get people to want to continue to read things, all right? Most of the text on here is about you. All right. Next one. Again, we got another wedding photographer with a big, huge portfolio scroller at the top. Again, you've already heard my critique on that. So make sure that you do something, put some type of button, some type of anything to get them to go and scroll down. All right, and you're going to promise them something. Having your wedding day means you can let loose. All right, 25 best Dallas wedding photographers. All right, so this is a lot of space on your website that is scrolling just to tell them this little tiny tidbit of information that they most likely don't care about. All right, meet Darian, view the gallery, get the details. I think that's helpful, but again, probably better if we had some actual video of that process happening. Looks like you have video testimonials. I love that, guys. The more video you do, the better, okay? I'm not sure if this text is 16-point font or not, but it needs to be at least 16-point font for Google to not start dinging you for SEO stuff. It's difficult to read. That's the only reason why I pointed out. Again, this is a huge section to take up on a website just to ask them that question. And then you got your contact form. All right, so we really have no idea what it's like to work with you, and we really don't have an idea of how you actually operate. So we see that you're good at doing these like cool images, right? So you got some silhouettes here, driving shots, you got some lit shots with the flame. In my experience doing this for 10 years, those aren't the pictures that people want. They don't get them framed huge. They don't put them in their album as much. What you would be better off focusing on is actual connection moments. So this moment I love because the two of them are having fun, right? This is a bunch of laughter and everybody group hugging everyone, right? This photo, not so much. It looks like a posed moment, right? Same thing with this. It's just not something that is going to garner more people wanting to book with you just because you can do that one shot, all right? People want to experience when they hire a photographer these days. They don't want to just hire somebody that they know can take creative photos, all right? So this website really, in my opinion, needs a ton more information on it, all right? All right, next. This is our last one for today. If we don't get to all of them, guys, I keep a running tab of everybody that's posted their link. So next time that we do live critiques, we'll put yours on the front of the list. Okay. All right. So we got Ray Photography here, Delmar Ray. All right. First picture we see on this website is a detail. Okay. And details don't sell weddings. No bride is going to come to your website and go, that is the most beautiful bouquet I've ever had. I need to hire that photographer, right? What you need to do is show pictures that are glamorizing the bride, that are focused on her. Or if it's a gay wedding, focus on the connections between two people or the predominant one in that relationship, right? Like, no one cares about the flowers. I mean, yes, they are important to some extent, but at the end of the day, you're not serving yourself and your clients well by having a huge picture of a bouquet. All right, show connection between people, and genuine moments or incredible scenes. That's what you want to focus on, not details. All right. So we go into you. We got a picture of you. Okay, and then we go into showing other things you shoot, like seniors, maternity, couples, and weddings, and then you ask for their info. All right, so there is really no information on this site. All right, this entire homepage is not being used like it needs to be. I would get rid of this photo. I would put a photo of an actual couple here, and then we need to highlight the experience of what it's like to work with you again. I know it sounds like I'm on repeat, guys, but this is what sells, okay? It's what people are after these days. So you really, really need to focus on making sure that your homepage actually gives them the information that they came here for. Let me just go over to my website really quick so that I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. All right. So remember I said the home page, the top portion of the page is the most visited page. It's what everyone's going to see. So what we do is we put a video here, and this video lets them know what they are going to expect. And then it has buttons that pop up afterwards that they can then see more about our pricing, schedule a call with us, see a full wedding gallery. So I'll just play this for you guys really quick so you can hear it.
Hey you guys, I'm Laura, this is Easton, and we are Luray Photography. We are so excited that you're at our website today. We have so much to show you.
Yes, absolutely. In this video, you'll have an opportunity to see us walk you through our pricing menu so you can clearly understand it. You'll be able to see a full wedding gallery so that you know exactly what to expect on your wedding day, and you'll be able to schedule a consult with us to come into our studio and meet us face to face.
All right. So it's really, really short, like 30-second video, letting them know what information they're going to be able to find in this video. That means they don't have to go anywhere on our website because we just answered all three of their major questions, right? So then they can click on these links in here to go ahead and schedule a consult. view a full wedding gallery, see all of our pricing, or they can register to win our Giphy photo booth on their wedding day. All right. So if I click on this one,
hey guys, I'm so excited that you want to check.
then it's another video where it's our whole pricing PDF, and my wife is walking them through all the different options and a la carte menu items. Okay. So they don't really have to go anywhere except for right here. So we have that first. Second, we have our SEO to hell about us section. Okay. Your about us section is not simply to tell people about you. Okay. You should be using this section to help yourself rank SEO wise, but you should also kind of draw them in, let them know what else is interesting. You don't want to just tell them that you like coffee and that you like to go on long beaches or long walks on the beach, right? They need more than that, more types of substance. Okay. In addition to that, we use like surrounding towns around our studio all within 10 minutes. So we mentioned that Laura grew up in Gibbsboro and she moved to Cherry Hill, right? And she attended Eastern High School. These are all words that are places that are all right around our studio. Okay. Then from there, like I said, resources, guys, you need to have a resources section on your website because you're the thought leader. You're the expert in your field. The people that are coming to you don't know a lot of the answers to their questions, and this can help you get them. Excuse me, guys, talking too much. All right. So that's what I would recommend for you guys. As far as that goes, make sure you're utilizing the top part of your website a lot better than most of you are, because that's the most visited part of the entire site. All right. By the way, I'm using a program called Interactor to create that video with other buttons in the video. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. We'll try to do these more often. So if you've already submitted your website URL to this post, just know that I'll keep it going for the next time we do it. All right. Love you guys. Keep your heads up, stay strong, and I will talk to you next time.